A lot of potential buyers often consider purchasing a fixer-upper versus a turnkey renovated home. Both have their pros and cons, and in this video I will go over some considerations when deciding which option best suits your needs. Let's talk about a fixer-upper. This can be a desirable option for many, as you can potentially acquire a home for less money while doing tailor-made upgrades that specifically suit your tastes and needs. Not surprisingly, the single biggest consideration is budget and scope of work. Everything costs more these days, and this most definitely applies to renovations. Rising costs of material and labors have made renos more costly than they ever have been. Lumber prices alone have increased almost 4 times in 1 year. Whatever your budget and corresponding estimates you receive, I recommend building in an extra 20% in your budget. With very few exceptions, surprises always happen, and rather than get blindsided by extra expenses, it would be prudent to prepare for such situations. Another consideration is timelines. If you purchased any big ticket item recently, you might have experienced items on back order due to global supply chain issues. Some people also try to do renovations on the sneaky tip by bypassing red tape like getting permits, etc. If you do this, you are exposing yourself big time. All it takes is one complaint and a visit from an inspector to derail your whole project, which ends up costing you more money and potentially delaying or halting the project altogether. Another consideration is will you be living in the home during the renovation? In an ideal world, you won't be living in a home while doing renovations, but we don't always live in an ideal world. If you do live in the home, a big consideration is how it will affect your quality of life. Can renos be contained to certain parts of the home so you're not living in a complete construction zone? If this is your first home purchase, I'd strongly consider extending your existing living situation until your project is complete. And if you are selling, try to extend your move-out date and explore bridge mortgaging options with your financial institution. Now let's talk about buying a renovated home. The first thing you need to know is that you are paying a premium for someone else to do the work for you. This is typically not just the cost that the seller paid to do the renovations, but this is at a profit. And fair enough, you can't blame someone for wanting a return on their investment. This could range from a homeowner who made upgrades to get maximum dollar to professional home flippers. That said, the price may be worth it in your eyes to get a finished product that you could just move into and enjoy with minimal stress. The main point I want to stress when buying a renovated home is about the quality of work that was done. One piece of advice that I always share with my clients is my preference for a lived-in renovation versus a brand new one. What do I mean by this? In my experience, when someone does updates or renovates their home and lives in it and enjoys it, it is usually done to a higher standard than when someone does it for the purposes of flipping or just doing a bit of a facelift so it shows well for the sale. Most of us have walked into a home and it's glaringly obvious that they've done such a shoddy job with corners cut everywhere. There are telltale signs. Transitions and thresholds between different flooring material are not smooth and cohesive. Baseboards with gaps, uneven spots between the floor. I can go on, but I'd like to just show you in person as we encounter these types of spaces when we tour homes. And if you're interested in going down the fixer-upper path, I have plenty of contractors and tradespeople in my network. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.